Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson has been confirmed by the United States Senate. She will be placed on the United States Supreme Court. Let me give you some context to the vote and also what this means and when she will actually start hearing cases. So Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson received a 53-47 confirmation. It was technically bipartisan. Everyone saw the circus show being led by people like Lindsey Graham and others. Here's why this matters. She is the first Black woman to serve on the United States Supreme Court, the first justice in decades to have served as a public defender, and a very good public defender for the federal government, mandated by the Constitution, by the way. Here's the big picture, all right? Vice President Kamala Harris, she did preside over the vote. The whole process from her nomination, which was on the 25th of February to today, took about 42 days, well below the modern average. What's next? So now Justin Stephen Breyer will stick around until the court's current term ends. That will be at some point this summer, okay? So Justice Breyer will leave at end of term, which is a natural end of term. Breyer, not Jackson, will participate in this term's big rulings, including a landmark abortion case that will be before the court, and it could spell the end of Roe v. Wade. So Breyer will decide on that case with the other justices and not Jackson. So just so you know, because some commentary is coming out saying that she will, and it is not accurate unless they decide to not vote on it, which I don't think will happen. Also, Judge Jackson will begin hearing cases next term, which begins October. All right, she will start the October term for the United States Supreme Court. The court has already teed up several politically charged cases for the next term. Now remember, in the Supreme Court, they are the only court that simply gets to choose what cases they take. They can literally say, we want to take 5 cases this year, and that's it, all right? Also, the biggest blockbuster so far is going to be a challenge to affirmative action that will squarely be with the term of court that Judge Jackson will be on. The affirmative action is in relation to college admissions, but Jackson will likely recuse herself for part of that case, depending on how it goes, because it concerns admission policies related to Harvard, all right, which she's a graduate from. Okay, she's the only justice who will currently serve with any real experience as an actual defense attorney. I know there are some that have touch points of defense work. She has actual experience as a defense attorney, and we will continue to bring you information as it comes. But there you have it. The United States of America will have its first African-American woman to serve on the US Supreme Court. And good for Biden for figuring out how to keep at least one promise.